Testing, 1, 2, 3. 3 years ago, I stopped eating sugar completely. And this is my story. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the wonderful benefits that I've experienced and also the struggles.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Just finished doing 100 pull-ups at the Texas Rock Gym. I'm pulling out of the parking lot right now. 100 pull-ups and did I do 20 walls today? 20 climbs? Probably a good solid hour of workout. I ran in about 1 mile this morning and I'm on my way to Aikido. And I've got about 8 minutes to tell you this story because that's about how long it takes me to get home from the Texas Rock Gym. It's exactly 5 miles. I sometimes jog there. It's a wonderful 5-mile jog before I climb. 3 years ago, I stopped eating sugar, but I haven't eaten sugar. I mean, I've cheated. In the 3 years, I cheated twice. I cheated on my wife's birthday. I had a little bit of cake just to help her enjoy her cake. And I cheated on the outing that we did with my daughter to Pepper Tree. I had some sweets. And the interesting thing is that those two moments have become memorable in my life because I had some sweets. And that made it really special. I mean, I can really remember it. But my struggle started maybe in 2005, 2006, when I decided that I wanted to lose 10 pounds because I had reached 200 pounds. And that's a lot for me. I mean, and I was exercising a lot. And I wanted to lose 10 pounds, and for a year, I really couldn't lose it. I tried everything. I mean, I tried reducing my calorie intake. I increased my exercise, my calorie output, and nothing seemed to work. And one day I was just, on my way to Starbucks, which I went to Starbucks maybe 2 or 3 times a day. Actually, I pretty much was at Starbucks a lot of the day. A lot of the time when I wasn't teaching Aikido, Starbucks was just down the street from my dojo. I would go over there and have some coffee. And I would put 2 of those bags, not 1, but 2 of those raw cane sugar bags into my coffee, never realizing that maybe that's what was why I couldn't lose weight. And finally, as I was pouring that sugar into my coffee, it just kind of hit me. Maybe this is why I can't lose weight. So, naturally, I stopped eating the sugar. And by that time, I think that was like 2008, 2009 is about when I started realizing about the sugar in my coffee. Then I sold my car. Actually, I lost my job. I got a job at Ameriprise, and I lost that job because I didn't hit their numbers, which I actually did. I actually went way over their numbers, but just the way it was set up, I got shortchanged. But anyways, I sold my car and started biking everywhere, and that's when I was biking 250 miles a week and jogging 25 to 30 miles a week, because that was my mode of transportation. It was either I jogged to the location or I biked to the location. And then that's when I really lost a lot of weight, because just my output. I mean, I was like running and biking 3 to 4 hours a day on top of teaching Aikido. And I got down to 160, 161, 162. But then I kind of relapsed and I started eating sugar again. And it was bad. I mean, I found any reason to celebrate. I told my kids, I mean, we should eat dessert before we eat dinner, because you never know what might happen. So you might as well enjoy it. Enjoy what you got first and then eat the rest. And then every night I'd find some reason to celebrate something, and I'd bring home ice cream and have root beer floats. And I was back up to 198 pretty quickly. And then, I started not feeling very good because, when you want to exercise and you're a little overweight, it's kind of hard. So I started 3 years ago, I just cut sugar out completely. And that same month, I did not change anything. The only thing I changed is I cut out sugar. That's it. Anything that had sugar in it, I wouldn't eat it. And then there's 60 names for sugar. 60 ways that manufacturers hide that they're putting sugar inside of their products. I've even found sugar inside of salt. Can you believe that? They put dextrose inside of salt, and dextrose is a more refined form of sugar than sugar. Maltodextrin, maltodextrose, those are even more refined. So whenever you see those in food, stay away. So then I cut out all the sugar. That same month, I lost 30 pounds. And ever since then, I have not gone back to eating sugar. It's been 3 years. I feel great. And I want to just point out three of the most amazing things that I've experienced because I stopped eating sugar. Number one, food tastes better. Food tastes sweet. Food actually, like vegetables taste good. I remember one day I went to H-E-B and I bought some dried mango. No sugars, no additives, no nothing. It was just dried mango, natural dried mango. And I started eating that and I was like, whoa, this tastes like gummy bears. I was in shock. I was like, this really tastes like gummy bears. I had to go back to the bin to make sure that there was no sugar in that product. And there was no sugar, and it was just an amazing taste. So number one, food tastes much better when you cut sugars out. Number two, I no longer feel hungry. Just like that Snickers commercial, that grumpy grandpa that is really mean to everybody and then has a Snicker bar and turns into this prince in shining armor. You know how you feel when you get a little hungry and you get really grumpy and you just want to tear someone's teeth out or something like that? Well, I never feel that anymore. When I get hungry, like let's say I haven't eaten for a while and I've been exercising, I feel a little hungry, but it's just more like, whatever, I feel a little hungry, my stomach's a little bit growling, but I don't get those cravings for food. I don't get cravings for sugar. Sometimes I'll have fun and I'll walk into the bakery department at H-E-B, the pastries, and just get those really good smells of all the wonderful cakes. But I don't get a craving to eat them, but they do smell good. And number three, the third thing that I've really seen a change in my life is my output, my ability to consistently and constantly exercise without fatigue. At one point I was running 6 miles a day, doing 100 pull-ups a day, and going rock climbing and doing Aikido, all in one day. And I was not fatigued. I wasn't tired. The next day I'd wake up and I could do it again. I kind of broke that habit, and I'm actually getting back into running because I haven't run for about a month. So not yesterday, the day before yesterday I ran a mile. Today I ran a mile. I'll get back into running, 5-6 miles a day, or at least 5 days a week. I want to run at least 5 days a week. So those are the three things that I've experienced that have really benefited my life. Now the drawbacks. So the challenges of stopping to eat sugar. I have seen tons of YouTube videos where people have tried the 10-day no sugar challenge. They do it and then they go back to eating sugar, or the 30-day or the 90-day, or they do no sugar for a year and then they go back to eating sugar. Sugar, according to one MD that I was watching his YouTube video, and I can't remember which drug it was, but basically what he said is that sugar is 8 to 9 times more addictive than crack cocaine. Or I think it was crack cocaine, or maybe it was heroin, or maybe it was cocaine, I don't know. But sugar is 8 to 9 times more addictive than cocaine. I mean, just let that sink in a little bit. So why is it so hard to stop eating sugar? Exactly, that's why. you want to know what it feels like to be an addict? Try to stop eating sugar and see how long you can go. If you can go, for the rest of your life, then you can officially say that you are not addicted to sugar. But that is, I think, one of the major challenges. Another challenge is that your body is chemically addicted to the sugar. So I would say, I don't know about you, if you want to stop eating sugar, but for me, when I stopped eating sugar, I went into a serious depression for 7 days, and it was like severe depression. It was one of those moments where every 5 seconds I had to tell myself, I'm feeling this because of the sugar. And then 5 seconds would pass by and I say, I'm feeling this because of the sugar. And then another 5 seconds would pass by and I say, I'm feeling like this because of the sugar. Because it was very hard. And fortunately, that is one of my fears of starting to eat sugar again, is having to, go through that again. I never want to go through that again, so I never want to eat sugar again. But definitely those withdrawals from eating sugar were super intense. But otherwise, there is, arming yourself too mentally. If you want to quit eating sugar, arming yourself mentally before you do that is really important. There's a really good book called Sugar Busters. There's a very good documentary called That Sugar Diet. If you ever watched Super Size Me, the guy that ate at McDonald's for 30 days and got medical tests to see what exactly happens to his body after eating McDonald's 3 meals a day for 30 days. And it was shocking. As a matter of fact, after I watched that documentary, I stopped eating at McDonald's because it's like, so what it did to his body is not something I want it done to my body. And That Sugar Diet, it's a documentary on Amazon Prime. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. It's a great documentary. Watch it. The guy does the same thing. I think it was 30 days where he decides to eat 40 grams of sugar every day, but he doesn't eat 40 grams of sugar. He finds food products, manufactured products that have the sugar content in them so that he can reach those levels. And then he's showing you that he's just eating normal everyday products that we all eat. I don't eat them anymore, but that you eat every day, and you don't realize the hidden amounts of sugar inside of them. I wonder why food manufacturers do that. Do they do that to get you addicted to their product? I don't know. But anyways, so that documentary is amazing. And then arming yourself mentally, I did, before I comfortably, easily, and successfully stopped eating sugar, I did daily affirmations every day for a year. My daily affirmation was, nothing tastes as good as being healthy and fit feels. Nothing tastes as good as being healthy and fit feels. I said that every day, several times a day, those affirmations. And I got that affirmation from I think it was Stephen Graham or Stephen, I can't remember his name. I'll try to put it up on the screen. It's the mastery. He's got some morning mastery program where you start these morning rituals, and I did that too. But anyways, that's I'll save that for another story. I'm actually just pulling into my apartment complex. I kind of drove a little slower today, so it's been more than 8 minutes. But arming your mind mentally, I did affirmations. I watched those documentaries, and it was easy to. It was very easy for me to stop and not start up again. I have not eaten sugar for 3 years. I'm very happy not eating sugar. I don't even think twice about eating that cake. Every time I go to a party and there's cake and ice cream, I don't even think twice about eating it. I just like whatever, and I enjoy kind of telling people how bad that stuff is for their bodies. Sugar is like poison. It poisons your body. Okay, so that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video. Hit the thumbs down if you didn't. Comment below. Let me know. Hey, are you trying to quit eating sugar? Have you successfully stopped? What are your challenges? Have you tried and failed? Just comment below. Let me know. I want to get some feedback. I would love to hear from you guys. I'm just stopping my car. And and of course, hit the bell so that you'll be notified on future uploads. Cheers.